Old Bloke Goes to Arinaga. So, it was farewell to Las Palmas and hello to Arinaga. Where, I hear you say? Well, it's a nice wee town pretty much free of any tourists apart from us and a few stray Germans. 99% Spanish, I would say. It has several black sandy beaches, a lido, and a good number of magic restaurants. It has a lighthouse and various wee lava-encrusted paths and walks where I can either run or stagger, depending on the time of day. Also, it's only a €10 taxi drive from the airport, and it has direct connections to Palomas down the dunes if it's too cold, and Aguims up in the hills if it's too hot. Hemmed in by huge wind turbines and quite a few industrial parks, the town lies largely forgotten, which is good in my book. Swimming in the Lido, a man-made sea trap where you can see hundreds and millions of fish of all different colours and sizes, is just fantastic. And the birds, well, just from my window, there's white herons, grey herons, turnstones, ring plovers, sanderlings, whimbrel, and a peregrine falcon that keeps a wee eye on the rock doves and collared doves that kick about. I like the rock pools. The big kid comes out at me, scampering about looking for crabs. "Quick, here's something," says my better half. "What?" I say. "Not sure," she replies, poking then screaming, "Ooh!" She withdraws her finger from the pool. "You touch it." "Aye, so I will," I mumble. "You just get a fright for it. Did it hurt you?" She has a habit of doing this. You know, when she gets hurt or tries some nasty tasting bit of food, she'll say something like, "This is minging, try it." No, you're not exactly selling it to me," I would say. On this occasion, she manages to bully me into putting my finger into a cluster of sea anemone tendrils. You know the ones that suck and sting and eventually dissolve their prey? Aye, that's them. "Aye!" I yelp, much to delight my better half, who almost tumbles into the pool laughing. "Happy now," I say. "Yep," she giggles. Then it's off on one of our big, wherever we end up, walks. You need to be in training for these, as my better half can walk for days without rest, or at least that's how it seems. "Let's just go over that hill," she'll say, after 8 miles in the baking heat. The kids used to call these Mum's goose chases. Parched and near death, she'd march them up sun-baked mountains to look at castles that were shut, or to explore an old church that only opened once every 4 years. "Ah well, all character building," she'd tell them. Today, we just notch up 7 miles in a circumnavigation of the town before going up to the mountain to the cruise to Arinaga, home of a nice wee China restaurant we've eaten in before. No holiday abroad, it's quite complete unless we go to Chinese at least once. And this one was a cracker. The food and wine were all excellent. It was just when it came to the customary free copita, usually a honey or fruit liqueur, it got weird, you know. Now this Chinese isn't alone in this regard. We've had the same in a few places. It's when they come to the last wee drink, and usually it's in the Canaries. You see, just as you're about to take a swig, your eye focuses on the bottom of your glass, and because it's now filled up with liquid, there's suddenly a wee picture that appears. Nice, but then you have a double take, and realise that it's a naked woman or man, in full porn pose. It's a kind of gyno cocktail, so to speak. Aye, weird. Anyway, we thought it was maybe a bit dated, you know. Enough with the nudie glasses. And saying that, maybe it's a Spanish thing. I once went for a haircut in Las Palmas and got given a wee free comb and a wee free nudie pack of playing cards. Maybe it's me. Maybe I've got one of those "he must be in need of a nudie pick" kind of faces. Anyway, the next day looked rainy, so we decamped to Palomas, the eternal desert, about 30 minutes south of us. And yes, it was a good 5 or 10 degrees warmer and sunnier. However, Palomas, the place of many doves, isn't really my favourite place to be. Too many tourists, and all the tack and high prices that go along with it. Within a minute, we were accosted by a timeshare tout. You know, told us we'd won something, but really just wanted us to go somewhere with them. And then we ended up paying a small fortune for an Indian meal, which was actually really great, so probably worth it. If the waiter could only have got himself a smile transplant, that would maybe helped it a wee bit. Oh well, The next day isn't too bad. So we head for the hills this time. 20 minutes on in the big blue bus and we are in Windmills. Lots of old narrow streets adorned with nice sculptures of metal camels, donkeys and such like. The church of San Sebastian dominates the square, where a jolly wee choir were singing traditional songs. Very nicey. Although Sebastian, in about 260 AD, didn't have such a nicey time. That's the saint I'm talking about. He was persecuted by the Roman Emperor Diocletian, firstly being tied to a tree and shot with arrows. However, he managed to survive this. He was healed by a nun and then went to see the emperor again to tell him he was bang out of order for giving Christians such a hard time. Unfortunately, his wee chat got him clubbed to death. Oh well, I suppose he got the word saint in front of his name. Oh, a very brave man, or daft, whatever. There were also tons of artisan-type shops, with everything from bags to bracelets, and some very tempting coffee and cake places, One of the highlights for me was watching a couple of kestrels hunting cicadas in mid-air, twisting and turning before landing the big noisy blighters and scoffing them up. We did try a thing called garbanzada, a kind of Spanish stew with chickpeas, which I might have a go at making when I get back. That was fandabby-dozy. On the last day in Arinaga, we had a final duke in the Lido and watched some beautiful black fish with blue iridescent stripes on them. Wildly territorial, they knocked the stuffing out of any other fish that dared to come near their wee bit of rock. They even had a go at my feet. What's going on with the wee fish these days? First Kefalonia, and now the Canaries. Infamy, infamy, they've all got it infamy. Anyway, we're off out on the last night for Pincho's Mas Barata. Quite a few of the restaurants offered a nibble and a drink for only €2.50 a pop. Excellent. And most were muy bueno. But one, which I won't name, was really up itself. In fact, I'd had a bit of a teppanyaki tuna there a few days before, and the owner stopped me while I was eating, actually grabbed my elbow, picked my fork out my hand and stabbed the bit of raw tuna on my plate, then dipped it into a wee bowl of soya sauce, like it was some idiot who preferred to pour the sauce over the lot to save time, which I did. Well, I paid for it. I can eat it any way I like, cheeky git. Anyway, you never touch a Glasgow man's food when he's eating. I had to be restrained from putting my fork right through the back of his hand. My better half was good at that. Keep me out of jail, that is. However, there was one time in France when... no, I'll leave that wee story for another episode. To be honest, my kids tell it better than me. They had arms and legs all over the place, and it kind of ends up like a kind of Bruce Lee movie. How can I put it? Not exactly the truth. Anyway, it's time to go home, which means running shall be stepped up, while booze shall be stepped down. At least until my next wee jaunt. Old Bloke Goes to London, coming soon. Anyway, if anybody's listening, I just want to say thank you very much. And remember, Old Bloke Goes Running, the book is available just about anywhere. So, until next time, ciao for now.